CAST, the Centre for Climate Change and Social Transformations, opened here behind me in September in the Psychology Tower of Cardiff University. This building is going to focus on how we as humans impact our climate. It will be focusing on 4 areas: the consumption of physical goods and products, food and diet, travel, and the heating and cooling of buildings. This is what Greta Thalberg had to say.
My name is Greta Thalberg and I am a climate activist from Sweden, and I'm currently in Washington DC, and I think what you are trying to achieve with CAST is extremely important and essential, because we need to take drastic measures to change our lifestyles and our current social and economic system, because we cannot go on like we are today. It is too unsustainable. So I wish you the best of luck and continue. I stand behind you, and yeah.
Coleen Rooney exposes Rebecca Vardy over leaked stories, and Thomas Cook restores buyer hopes to re-employ the entire 2,500 person workforce. Coleen Rooney, the wife of famous English footballer Wayne Rooney, has stated she has spent 5 months investigating who has been leaking the information from her personal Instagram account. She claims by a process of selection on who can view her stories, she has narrowed it down to be Rebecca, the wife of Jamie Vardy. Coleen took to Twitter to expose Rebecca, where she stated, "This has been a burden in my life for a few years now, and finally I have gotten to the bottom of it." She goes on to say how she trusted everyone who followed her personal account, but had her suspicions. Coleen explained how she went on to block everyone apart from Rebecca from viewing her stories, to where she would post fake stories to see if they would end up in the media and if they would match, which they did. The tweet has more than 12,000 retweets and over 42,000 likes within the first hour. Since then, Rebecca Vardy has responded publicly on Twitter, stating it wasn't her and she wishes Coleen had spoken to her directly about the situation before going to the public. Our second top story of today regards Thomas Cook. Hays Travel, Britain's largest independent travel agency, have brought the 555 stores and 421 staff previously employed by Thomas Cook into their fold. It is possible that up to 2,000 more positions will be available for former staff to return to in their original stores. John and Irene Hays, Director and Group Chair of Hays Travel Limited, state, "Thomas Cook was a much-loved brand employing talented people. We look forward to working with many of them." My name is Finn Prosser with CUTV Current Affairs News.
US President under fire by the media once again as another controversy hits his legacy that could potentially see him removed from office. Trump was accused of breaking the law by pressuring Ukraine leaders to investigate one of his 2020 political rivals, Joe Biden. This matters because it's illegal to ask foreign entities to help in winning a US election.
Legitimate outfit here or abroad that indicates there's anything remotely reasonable to what he's suggesting. It is way beyond anything that I quite frankly thought he would do. But
An impeachment inquiry could see the president eventually being removed from office.
remember, he went through this whole thing about how he would, of course, I'd accept information from a foreign government. And then he said, no, I'd never do that. And I never, well, he'd already made this effort to.
However, Mr. Trump and his supporters argue that Mr. Biden has in fact also asked for help from the Ukraine leaders to back away from a criminal investigation that could potentially involve his son, Hunter, who works for a Ukraine energy company. In order for Mr. Trump to be expelled from office, people within his own Republican Party must turn against him. This situation with Mr. Trump and Mr. Biden remains a complicated story of what we do and what we do not know. Ellie Rackham with CUTV News.